Hello dear viewers and listeners. Welcome once again to our Salida TeleRadyo right here at La Filipina National High School. Today you'll learn another interesting topic about Peking Opera, a lesson in Arts 8 Quarter 4. Together with your teacher broadcaster, Teacher Mayan Sacro. I am your teacher host, Teacher Cyril Valias. Now I will turn you over to Teacher Mayan.
Thank you, Teacher Cyril. Welcome to another episode of Salida TeleRadyo, where you can learn another fascinating lesson about art. Right here at La Filipina National High School, and we are aired through 98.3 Gold FM. Kuyawa no? I am your teacher broadcaster, Teacher Mayan. Listen attentively as we discuss all about Art 8, Quarter 4, and that is all about theater. Are you ready? Let's begin. But first, I want you to listen this video and audio clip and jot down some important things that you have discovered. Let's start.
两只，救命啊！什么？你今日也要为情救命吗？你。
Okay, nakasabot ba mo ato? Well, parihata, lisod siya sabton. It's because they're using Chinese language. But, the video and audio clip entitled White Snake Girl. In the scene, in a musical manner, the white snake girl apprehend a certain man, and another man killed the white snake. Isn't it interesting? Alright! So, do you have now the idea of what is our topic all about? Yes, our topic is all about theater, particularly Chinese Peking opera. Before we proceed, let's know first about objectives. Number 1, discuss the different aspects in Peking opera. Number 2, determine the visual performance of the elements in Peking opera. And number 3, appreciate and give value to the traditional culture of China. These 3 objectives will lead us to the most essential learning competency, which is researches on the history of the theatrical form and its evolution, and describe how the community participates and contributes to the event. Let us now proceed to our pre-assessment. You will be given 5 multiple choices of questions and you need to answer it within 5 seconds. Are you ready? Let's start. Number 1. The Peking opera costume is called blank. A. Singtu. B. Kimono and obi. C. Balinese costume. Or D. Saya and Barong Tagalog. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is Sing-tu. Number 2. The performance element that includes both acrobatics and fighting with all manner of weaponry in Peking opera is called blank. A. Song. B. Combat. C. Speech. or D. Dance acting? Your time starts now. The correct answer is letter D. Dance acting. Number 3. Blank is the main male role in Peking opera. A. Dan, B. Jing, C. Shou, or D. Sheng. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter D. Sheng. Number 4. Red color on makeup in Peking opera means blank. A. Suspicious and craftiness. B. Roughness and fierceness. C. Courage, bravery, and uprightness. Or D. Fierceness, ambition, and cool-headedness. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter C. Courage, bravery, and uprightness. Number 5. These are the props always seen or staged in Peking opera. A. Bed and pillows. B. Chairs and tables. C. Drums and cymbals. Or D. Woodblock and sticks. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter B. Chairs and tables. Did you get it right? If not, then listen very carefully to the discussion. Let's proceed to our lesson proper. Let us now discuss the aspects of Peking opera. What is Peking opera? Peking opera is also known as Beijing opera, a traditional theater art form in China, which combines music, vocal performance, pantomime, dance, and acrobatics. It started in the late 18th century and became fully developed by the mid-19th century. During the Qing Dynasty court, it became extremely popular and came to be regarded as one cultural treasures of China. And to explain further about the aspects of Peking opera, I want you to listen this video and audio clip and write some important things that you have heard. Are you now ready? Let's begin.
What is Peking opera? Peking opera is a classic form of Chinese performance art, which combines the music of Chinese instruments, singing, miming, dancing, and history. Peking opera arose in the late 18th century, and by the 19th century, the art form was popular throughout the country. Today, it is regarded as one of China's cultural treasures. There are 4 main characters in Peking opera. This mask represents the character Sheng. In addition, there are also 3 other major roles: Dan, Jing, and Chou. Each character has a different age, gender, and social status. Sheng is the main male role in Peking opera. Dan is a female character. However, interestingly, young male performers actually played this role as women were prohibited from acting until 1912. In Mandarin, Jing means clean. The face paint does not make the character appear clean, so the word Jing is used in the contradictory sense. Chou means ugly. The actors who play the Chou roles, although they may not necessarily be unattractive physically, have a white dot drawn on the noses. This feature means they are supposed to be ugly. The masks in Peking opera represent the different characteristics of the personas on stage. As red is traditionally a positive color in Chinese culture, the culture signifies prosperity, intelligence, and bravery. Purple masks suggest justice and sophistication. Although black is depicted as a negative color in Western culture, the black mask is regarded as neutral, whereas the green masks and the yellow masks represent the bad characteristics. The green mask implies violence and the yellow cruelty. Similarly, although Westerners traditionally see white as a symbol of purity, The white mask actually stands for evil. The Peking opera actors have to train from early childhood as they need to master almost all the performing arts like singing, dancing, and acting. Similarly, without perfect martial arts skills, it would be very difficult for an individual to become a Peking opera professional. There are very strict rules actors must follow. During the 19th century, young pupils often lived in special schools teaching Peking opera. As the school provided all food and accommodation, the students were indebted to the trainers, whom they would repay once they made it as performers. Daily life was exhausting and brutal. It was not uncommon for classes to run from 5 a.m. until the evening. Peking opera is a virtual art, and therefore not as straightforward as films and plays. For example, the stage is meant to represent a totally different reality. So if an actor walks in circles on the stage, it could symbolize that he or she has walked miles and miles. Similarly, the actors use a whip to hit an imaginary horse to pretend that they are galloping across the land. Basically, this is Peking opera.
Okay, I hope that you have learned something about what you have heard in the audio clip. And to add, students took training in more formally organized schools. During the training, students consider their time spent learning in the skills of acting and combat. Time is strictly observed since they value highest form of performance. Roles and characters in Peking opera. As mentioned, Sheng is the main role of Peking opera, and it has types. One is Lao Sheng, which is a dignified older role. The other is Shao Sheng. Actors are often involved with beautiful women. And Wu Sheng is a martial character for roles involving combat. We also have Dan, which refers to any female role in Peking opera, and it has also types. One is Lao Dan, which means an old woman. Another one is Wu Dan, a martial woman. We also have Dao Madan, our young female warriors. And Singye, which are the virtuous and elite women. And Wadan, are vivacious and unmarried women. Another role and character of Peking opera is Jing. This type of role entails a forceful character, which means that the Jing actor must have a strong voice and able to exaggerate gestures. And Shou is a male clown role which plays secondary roles whose name also means ugly. It reflects the traditional belief that the clown combination of ugliness and laughter could drive away evil spirits. What are the visual performance elements of Peking opera? Peking opera utilize four main skills such as the following: song, speech, dance acting, which includes pure dance, pantomime, and all other types of dance. And we also have combat, which includes both acrobatics and fighting with all manner of weaponry. How about the staging and costumes? Stage is a square platform in which the action is visible from at least three sides. Stages were built above the line of the sight of the viewers, but some modern stages have been constructed with higher audience seating divided into two parts by an embroidered curtain called shoju. Costume. Scene 2 is popularly known as sifu. Costumes can be traced back to the mid-14th century. They enable the audience to distinguish a character's sex and status at first glance. If noble or humble, civilian or military, officials or private citizens give expression to sharp distinctions between good and evil or loyal and wicked characters. Props. Utilizes a very few props. Will always have a table at least one chair, which can be turned to convention. into such diverse objects as a city wall, a mountain, or a bed. Musicians are visible to the audience on the front part of the stage. Indigenous instruments were also used to accompany the performance. Musicians played traditional different kinds of instruments to accompany the show. What are the important aspects in Chinese Peking opera that we should remember? Of course, the rules and character, the trainings of actors, visual performance, makeup and colors, and of course, the staging and costumes. So these are all the aspects that we have to consider when we look into Peking opera performances. Why is it important to appreciate the Chinese Peking opera? Because Chinese Peking opera showcases traditional and cultural practice of China where people are connected with their beliefs and shared costumes among people. Their performance are always rooted to their beliefs and traditional practices. To measure that you have understood our lesson, let us now have our post-assessment. You will be given 5 seconds to answer. Are you ready? Let's begin. Number 1. Sheng is the main male role in Peking opera. Which of the following is a martial character for roles involving combat? A. Wu Xing, B. Lao Xing, C. Xiao Xing, or D. Xing Ye. Your time starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is letter A. Wu Xing. Number 2. What traditional belief is integrated to show? Which is a male clown role usually plays secondary roles whose name also means ugly? A. Show denotes just and noble character. B. It signifies impulsive and stubbornness. C. Show implies character that have a gentle and cultivated disposition. Or D. It reflects that clown's combination of ugliness and laughter could drive away evil spirits. Your time starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is letter D. Show reflects that clown's combination of ugliness and laughter could drive away evil spirits. Let's proceed to number 3. In Peking opera, the highest aim of performers is to put beauty into every motion. Which of the following is an example of convention of movements? A. Walking in a large circle always symbolizes traveling a long distance. B. A character strengthening his or her costume means an important character is about to speak. C. Pantomimic is the opening and closing of doors and mounting and descending of stairs. D. All of the above. Your time starts now. Time's up. The answer is letter D. All of the above. Let's proceed to number 4. Peking opera performers utilize 4 main skills. Which of the following includes pantomime, pure dance, and all other types of dance? A. Song, B. Speech, C. Combat, or D. Dance acting. Your time starts now. Time's up. The answer is letter D. Dance acting. And for our last question, regarded as one of the cultural treasure of China, which combines music, vocal performance, pantomime dance, and acrobatics? A. Kabuki, B. Peking opera, C. Nangnai, or D. Wayang kulit. Your time starts now. Alright, time's up. And the correct answer is letter B. Peking opera. Alright, I hope you have answered correctly all items in our post-assessment. Remember that embracing one's culture like Chinese did is very significant for them. And now, we have come to an end of our lesson. Mahatma Gandhi said, "A nation's culture resides in the hearts and in the soul of its people." So, let's embrace our culture. See you again to our next episode of our Salida TeleRadyo right here at La Filipina National High School. Once again, I am your teacher broadcaster, Teacher Mayan Sacro. Thank you.
Wow! That was a comprehensive and engaging discussion, Teacher Mayan. Thank you so much, and thank you viewers and listeners for tuning in. I hope you have learned something today. Once again, I am your teacher host, Teacher Cyril Valles. Have a nice day!